Killer Bean. Over the past year or so, Killer Bean has exploded in popularity. And I mean exploded. What seemingly is a simple movie about coffee beans turning into John Wick is actually a proper movie with a whole plot. Most notably, however, are the action scenes. Killer Bean's action scenes have gained a lot of notoriety for their ragdoll effects and their amazing choreography. However, one scene in particular catches the eye: the ending fight with Jet Bean. In the fight, Killer Bean tosses up a bullet, then shoots Jet Bean as a distraction, shoots the flying bullet, and kills Jet Bean. But that raises the question, is this even possible? Could a bullet be used to ignite another bullet? To answer this, we need to look at how guns work. Essentially, a bullet is a controlled explosion. Usually, an explosion, explodes energy in all directions. This sudden release of energy is why explosions have destructive potential. A bullet essentially utilizes that same principle. However, a bullet is a controlled explosion, meaning that it uses the energy from the explosion to push something to extreme velocities. In the past, muskets used a flint and steel strike to create a spark, which in turn created an explosion inside a barrel. Modern guns, however, do not need to have powder loaded into them on each shot. Instead, bullets already have gunpowder loaded into them. Instead, the gun just acts like a casing around the controlled explosion, with the bullet itself facilitating the explosion. So I guess if Killer Bean took place in 1821, then I guess this scene will not be possible. However, just because the explosion within modern bullets is self-contained, doesn't mean it can work without a barrel. So this raises another question. Can a bullet go off in midair? Does it need a barrel to shoot? There have been numerous stories of accidents with bullets involved, but no gun. For example, there was a story involving some live .45 ACP rounds being tossed by some previous campers in a fire pit, and when new campers came and made a fire, the heat made the rounds go off and almost hit the campers. There was another incident involving a boy striking bullets with a rock and the bullets going off. However, none of these incidents cited any fatalities. Why? One reason could just be luck, but another could be that the bullets themselves didn't go off at full power, known as a squib shot. Plus, just because modern bullets are self-contained explosions, doesn't mean that they don't need a barrel. They still do. A barrel is still required for directing the explosion. Essentially, it's almost impossible for a bullet to go off at full power in midair, not to mention the fact that the incoming bullet's speed might not even shoot the bullet in the air. It might completely go through it. So that settles it, right? Does this mean that the scene was completely impossible? Not yet. Considering in the movie Killer Bean had an entire secret agency funding his exploits, it's entirely possible he had advanced bullet technology that made it possible to have more velocity from each shot. Perhaps those bullets Killer Bean possessed had advanced gunpowder compounds that increased velocity. Then it would be entirely possible that even without a barrel, a bullet could fire in midair. However, the evidence seems to be overwhelming. Detective Cromwell in the movie mentions that the bullets are made out of gold. Now, gold is an interesting metal because gold is both malleable yet very dense. Gold is also an extremely good conductor of energy, yet under pressure, gold is proven to be substandard. That's why gold bullets are not common, other than the obvious financial constraints. To debunk this even further, the accuracy it would take to hit a flying bullet right on the firing pin is 1 in millions. However, judging by some of Killer Bean's other shots in the film, it's safe to say he had good aim. Even with all this evidence, to me this is still plausible. There could be more plot lines that were not revealed in the movie that would make the scene possible from a scientific perspective. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If and only if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.